Our card for Thursday is the Hanged Man in reverse. And this is get the heck off the sidelines, okay? I haven't gotten a song all week from Spirit. I haven't gotten any songs except for today. What I was hearing, of course, was center field, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play that song. This one keeps coming up, by the way. I'm just gonna leave this out here. I've done a few readings today, so we have a little bit of that heartbreak in. Anyway, that's our song for the day, center field. Sorry about my voice. Let's go a little bit deeper into this. What are we taking action on? We're going into our heart space here with our King of Cups. Okay, we're dealing with, I was just gonna say, we're dealing with love. We are dealing with love. Clearly, we're dealing with love. And we got the energy. There's so much going on here. There's just so much going on. I can't even. Okay, Spirit. And Spirit's going really fast with me. You're not going to be an observer anymore, okay? We have to take some form of action. Now, that doesn't mean toward a person. Let's go through the reading and see what it is. It could be action within yourself as well, because there's a little bit of a heartbreak here that's going on. So the energy that we want to find ourselves in is the King of Cups. Now you tell me, is this you or is this the other person where you really need to step into the King energy? So if you haven't been doing what you need to be doing in a connection with someone, it doesn't have to be romantic love, it's relationships. If you haven't really stepped up to the plate in the way you need to in a friendship, in a love relationship, this is the energy that you want to start coming with some King energy and not some page immature energy. Really take some action toward being the king who is stable, who is fair, who is empathetic, who is loving, okay? And so that's the energy you want to pull on. If you're on the other side of it, where you're accepting less than the king, and you feel that imbalance of the scales, where it's like, I'm getting breadcrumbed here, no, I want a king, I don't want a page, then that is what we're talking about here, okay? So it's gonna be different, and forget the genders, okay? Man or woman, you could be on either side of it, being breadcrumbed by a woman, etc. Okay, so I want you to be really thinking about that. The advice, okay? Now this is a place, a relationship in your life. It doesn't have to be complete devastation you're feeling, but you know in your heart, something needs to shift and change in the relationship because it's not in the exact place it should be. We talked about this earlier in the week really reading as well. There is one or two relationships in your life that you know is not in the exact place it actually needs to be. It needs either to be apart, it needs to be closer. What needs to happen here? Let me know. Is this resonating for you? Do you have a relationship in your life right now that needs some rebalancing and to get in the place it's meant to be for your highest path, which could be a complete separation, or it could be a coming together more, taking a little action in that direction. So if you're the king who hasn't been investing in the relationship in the way you know you need to, then what does one step toward that look like? Doesn't mean you have to profess your love or make some big grand gestures, but it could mean going from where you are to taking a step in that direction. Action, getting off the sidelines here, okay? Put me in, coach. That's what you want to do. If it's someone where this has been nagging at you, you're frustrated every day, you're being triggered every day, this is not right, you're not being treated right, you're trying to convince the person to treat you better, no. Treat yourself better, okay? Give that love to yourself. So the advice is the Ace of Cups. What is going to make your heart full? Is it going to be staying in your old karmic patterns, or is it going to be taking the action to fulfill your heart space, even if it feels blank in the beginning? Because it's like, oh, if I end this relationship, at least I have this, at least I have this. Breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs. No, get off the merry-go-round, change the dynamic. Will that ever lead to your cup overflowing into your ultimate wish fulfillment? If not, think about what will. Sometimes you have to let people go. You have to change the nature of a relationship. Don't be afraid of that, okay? When people tell you who they are and what they're going to give you and what they're not going to give you, believe them, okay? Now, if you're the person who's been holding back, but you're ready to go somewhere and fear and doubt and worry is holding you back, be the king. Be the king. It's time, okay? There is hope and there is healing attached to this for both sides, okay? So I'm not coming down on the person of the king who's not stepping into their full king energy, okay? Because it's attached to past trauma, healing that needs to happen. Usually it stems from childhood. If you haven't done the 5 whys, which is my exercise, you might just be attaching your behavior to a significant love relationship that you had or a friendship that you had that kind of gave you trauma and tore you apart. But if you examine that relationship, there's probably childhood themes under there. That is the reason that relationship came in, and you're re-experiencing that. So this way you can heal childhood wounds, okay? So you really want to think about that. I am going to do a video on the 5 whys I am. This card came up again, okay? The 3 of Cups. We have it in the upright, which is great. It's so much better, because we're going to be celebrating our successes. We are going to, look at this, we have the 2 aces of cups here. We're moving in this direction, and I know by the end of the week in my weekly reading, we really have moved that way. But you have the choice here. And so the energies astrologically support the healing of your heart. But you have free will. Now, God, Source, Universe, Creator is gonna nudge you big in a direction. You may have epiphanies. Maybe you find out, oh, this person was cheating on you, and you finally have the information that's gonna take you over the edge. You might get the information, or you might get what you need. You might be finally pushed in that direction. But you still have a choice. People still stay, so you can still decide to be stubborn. What I want you to do is be thinking about, put me in, coach, put me in the game. Let me get into where I want to go for my highest good. There's energy in between the 2 of you, even if it's a friendship, even if it's a new relationship, that other energy needs to be released so you all can connect a little bit better, or you need to separate because that energy is not going away. Okay, so which one are you in this situation? Let me know. Here we have perspective. We've gotten this card a lot. You're going to have to be looking at things, and I just heard from Spirit, the perspective of the person that you're desiring to be, the life you're desiring to have, okay? So when you manifest, in my book, Get What You Want, I talk about, like, dress for the job that you want. You want to embody that skin of the person that you want to be, okay? And so what would the person, when you have all of the stuff, would you be acting the way you're acting now, or would you be accepting what you're accepting now? So change that perspective. As an executive coach, that's one of my most powerful questions. I always will ask, like, if you can wave a magic wand, what would it look like taking us out of our current reality to really project into our future selves? Mirror. What are you seeing within yourself? You are going to, and I just heard, your external environment, and that's the law of correspondence here, which also I go through the laws, spiritual laws of the universe in my book. Your external environment is going to be mimicking what's happening internally for you. So you're getting to see all of the things that might be triggering you and that you need to change and shift to. So this is about deciding, and maybe the action that's taken is just decided, I'm going to move toward a king or start becoming a king again, because you always were. You were just wounded, and you have this energy. All right, that's what I have for you today. That's our Thursday reading. Hope everyone's feeling okay with the solar eclipse. And thank you for your recent signups with the readings. As you know, I'll be donating 100% of that purchase price to the Hurricane Helene efforts, relief efforts. So thank you so much for that, and continue those thoughts and prayers for all impacted. Take care, everyone.